Hello and welcome back to the Saw movies. It's been a while, admittedly, and we have unfortunately dragged Jay into this. I know that I should make the joke that he's trapped in and I'm making the Saw voice about him making a choice in order to appreciate life, but we don't really have time for this. So, what happened last time? Well, Jigsaw was dead and was still dead and he's still dead by the time of his movie. There was a new set of games which did intertwine a bit with the ones of three, and at the end it was revealed that Detective Hoffman was in cahoots with Jigsaw all over again, so adding one more to the pile with Amanda. So that's where we actually, reprise from immediately where we're left off, technically. This was directed by David Hackle, which was a production designer for the previous movies and a second unit director for 2 and 4. And after this, he went to direct Into the Grizzly Maze. What a career. And it's still written by Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, which has started, properly writing since the previous movies and will be on board until Saw 3D. And you can kind of tell because there's a continuation, in their story. There was clear some sort of planning. But now let's not be too much around the bush. Start on the black screen right before the custom Lionsgate logo with the gears and the red, filter on it. In three, two, one, click.
Hmm.
Full disclosure, I think this is actually my favorite of the post trilogy till 3D Saw movies. 6 is actually a good contender, but this one is definitely one of the most satisfactory to me for what he wants to do.
I will say
Also,
I do love the at this point in time how they implement Lionsgate, the logo. It's a gorgeous rendering with the gears.
Yes, Blibs?
and this is the first movie we've done since the Saw franchise changed hands production company wise.
Well, it's mentioned that it was bought by Blumhouse, but apparently they're still having the contract with Lionsgate, so it's not like it's
Yeah, that's why I
given
said production
completely.
company, not studio.
True, true, but I was thinking at first that it was completely given to Universal, but no, it's not the case. It's kind of like how Legendary is still doing other stuff while still working for Warner Bros. So we start with what else? A person in captivity, victim of a trap. It's basically the recurring thing to begin every Saw movie.
I think the later down the line, a different movie series, Five Nights in Freddy's, would take inspiration by that by starting its movie with an immediate death trap.
Possible. This was also 2008, so if I recall correctly, Saw was still relatively undisputed in terms of the horror genre, especially because a couple of others that had tried to do the more, violent exploitation movie like Hostel did not and not manage to work just as much. But it wouldn't last for long because if I recall correctly, at this point, the first Paranormal Activity was kind of around the corner. Wait a minute. This jigsaw sounds a bit different.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Okay, now sorry, apparently we put in instead the R-rated cut of a Great Mouse Detective. My bad.
Damn. Is that going to be what happens when it goes into public domain?
Oh god, it's done by the guy who did Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
Okay, so sure, mate. And also, mate, you do know it's a tape. He can't hear you.
Oh.
Let's see if he can crush his fingers or not.
God damn it! Couldn't you at least do it faster? Seth is his name, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Joris Jarski. He's a Canadian actor, since they filmed these in Canada.
Hey.
He was soldier number 2 in Nuremberg, the 2000 version.
And yeah. So yeah, he managed to crush his finger, but actually does that let him go free? He's still under the time.
Wait, hang on. His
Nope.
bones were supposed to be crushed to dust. But here he is getting slaughtered anyway. This is cheating.
Yeah, that's weird. Jigsaw will never make a trap that someone will not be able to escape out of.
I mean, he's a murderer, so
Don't you
I don't
see,
exactly feel too sorry for him.
Don't you see, Dweebs? He has this stupid code of honor that the people actually kill themselves. The people kill themselves because they do not appreciate life enough. Something, I don't know.
I was talking about this guy. Hello, I.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Tobin Bell.
Oh, and more recently, he's the voice of the mailman in Paw Patrol.
What a changing career.
Going from Saw to that.
Again, it's kind of like William Wonderpool, either voice acts in children's cartoons or in Dark Souls. Saw V.
Saw V.
Wait, what kind of crossover movie is this?
So yeah, let's get back to where we left off at the end of the previous movie with the detective actually killing the guy from Saw 3, which good riddance because that guy was an asshole.
Everyone is dead.
Is that Amanda or was that the nurse from the last movie?
Both, they both died on this place, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think remember if you mentioned the agent Strohm is actually played by Scott Patterson. He's mostly known for these movies. Okay, no, he voiced James Gordon in Batman Gotham by Gaslight, so there is that. But apparently he hasn't stopped. He has stopped doing movies since 2018, and he's mostly doing TV since.
Yeah, the most recent thing, he plays one of the main roles in a Canadian show called Sullivan's Crossing.
Okay. So let's
Even though
see.
he's from the US, but I guess he's moved up to Canada.
In for a nickel, in for a dime. So yeah, after being closed inside by Detective Hoffman, here's what Agent Strong did. And yours alone.
Yeah, fuck you, you're dead.
Again, if there's something consistent since the first movie is that no, there is no real quote-unquote good guy in this franchise. Even the guys who are trying to genuinely solve the murders and stop Jigsaw's either have skeletons in the closet or just abrasive.
This movie was written by Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan, who also wrote Saw 4.
Yeah, like I said, we'll be here for the long run until Saw 3D.
Oh.
Yeah, another
You
pig
are.
mask.
You've been chasing leads for 5 movies and you still can't do this right? Oh well. Oh, it's this one! Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the more iconic traps of the entire franchise. You would think that 5 movies in, they will run out of ideas, but no. It's actually simple, really.
Wow, a
Again, with the
simple trap in
editing.
a
Yeah,
Saw
there it is.
movie.
The iconic immediate shaky screams.
It's one of the reasons why Shiro is not here.
Yeah. Which detective is this again?
Agent Strohm. He has been there
Strohm.
since the previous movie, basically.
Fair enough.
Yeah, too far away from both the pistol and the knife. So... So yeah, your head
But
is trapped in a container slowly filling with water. How do you get out of this one?
and well, and since Kramer's dead,
There's no one giving instructions. So what's the real solution? Emergency tracheotomy.
A very smart idea for an amateur tracheotomy.
but how long will he last before he bleeds out?
Well,
I mean, it's still in there, so it'll be fine for a while.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, why wouldn't you go in there with backup?
Hey, look, we saved the guy's kid from the third movie. At the very least, she's safe.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, sure, sweetie. And yeah, that's because we need to also still align with the fourth movie with the idea that the police had arrived, Hoffman, had managed to escape, and they had collected the Jigsaw body. But oh, looks like Stroms did survive with that.
Nobody made it, huh? May want to reconsider that one, Hoffman.
This displeases Costas Mandylor. I think that's the one. This is like the one franchise he's known for. Let me see.
Patrick Melton, he will go on to, along with Mr. Dunstan, co-write Piranha 3 Double D.
I haven't seen that. I forgot. Costas Mandylor was Lord Sheen in the 1995 Feast of the North Star movie. Man, he looked very different. He put indeed quite a few pounds. He's still doing movies to these days, but yeah, this is the one franchise he's mostly known for. Oh yeah, also Jigsaw's wife. Again, her roles in the previous movies was fine for what they wanted to do, but I will say this
Do not play that tape.
starting with this, yeah, she starts becoming a bit meh.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is an excuse to have Tobin Bell in the movie. Again, I really hope that they do something less similar to Jason X with the franchise when Tobin Bell cannot physically be on set anymore, where we just have him recording his lines and then make the set being in the far future. Someone makes a computer with the brain pattern of Jigs of Kramer, just for funsies, and then it turns out to hijack a space station and put everyone in deathly traps. That would be hilarious. Okay.
There's going to be a severed head.
What's in the box?
It could even be anything. It could be anything. It could even be a box.
Also, is every single attorney office has to be basically a gigantic library, and a very boring, desk? Because that's basically the same thing in almost everything. Law and Order, Ace Attorney with Grossberg's office,
Yeah. At least open the box from the other side just in case something shoots out of it.
Kill his wife.
Okay then. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Not the Lionsgate have anything to say about it.
Cameos from the agents from the previous movies.
Oh, Tap, I forgot. You died in, I think, 3.
Either 2 or 3, yes. And hey, Hoffman got a promotion. That's nice. I guess all you need to do is survive a torture situation.
If that's the case, what about Strohm, who survived the torture situation?
I don't remember what city are we supposed to be in.
It's the city of Toronto, Illinois.
Remember, this is still Lionsgate at the core. Even in Canada is cheaper.
What a narcissist to hang up newspaper clippings of himself.
But oh, someone left a envelope for him that says, "I know who you are." But who could have made it? Amanda is dead, Jigsaw himself is dead. As far as we know, there are no collaborators yet. And in case you're wondering, no, we're still at the point where we don't know what happened to Carrie Elwes' character, Dr. Gordon.
So, yeah, in terms of its critical reception, it was
Don't
really
keep
poor.
touching evidence with your bare hands. What's the matter with you, you animal? You just got promoted to lieutenant.
Oh, here, we are a cameo from the previous movie. What was the percentage, Leaves?
Out of 77 critics, only 13% gave a positive review, with the consensus being if the plot were as interesting as its torture devices, or its violence less painful than its performances, perhaps Saw 5 might not feel like it was running on fumes.
I mean, if that is what they had to say for this, I had no idea what they had to say for the seventh movie.
Is that your pick for the worst one?
Pre pre continuation with Jigsaw and Spiral, mind you.
Why did you say that name?
I mean, I wouldn't mind a character like what's her name? Whatever, the second person who inherited the name of the question, investigating the Jigsaw files. Rene Montoya, there you go. That's her name.
Yeah, that time makes you sound convincing.
Let me check something quickly. In terms of budget and recouping, this had a slightly higher budget in the previous movie, in this case 10.8 million, but recouped less than the previous, only 118.2, so technically 10 times still its budget, but still a bit less than Saw 4, which had 139.4 as recouping.
Maybe legally now.
Oh well.
C'est la
Maybe
vie.
you could do the case of the missing cookie in the jar.
So let's see. This is still a Saw movie, so we still do need someone in a death maze. So let's see who we have here on the menu today. It's not just one people, but five.
Oh, we're doing this again.
Oh, by the way, that water trap earlier,
Hmm?
obviously to prevent the risk of the actor drowning, because they actually had to have Patterson in it, not a stunt double.
Obviously.
Um, they had accessible doors and had hand signs so that if he was struggling for breath, the
He could
crew
just
could
signal. Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
And it was really going to be used for Saw 4, but they put it in this one.
Yeah, it was reincorporated. So yeah, arguably the weakest aspect of the movie to me are the five people who are trapped here. They are really interchangeable. I don't particularly care about them.
Okay,
Go on.
okay. Just so wait a second. What did you do to me, bitch? I'm in this trap too. If only other people figured that out.
Alright, let's hear the instructions.
So what is this like? This is the Olympic Games of Death.
Yeah, we know from the second movie that Jigsaw loves to do homemade bombs, so...
Okay, you could do another take of that, mate. Answer me! Jesus. Also, wait a minute. It's called Saw 5, and there are 5 contenders here.
It's clever, shut up.
You sound relaxed.
Oh, an addict. Well,
And the game begins.
in earnest.
You know, how have they gotten around the timer thing? Or should they all have gone together?
As you can imagine, the idea, as Jigsaw said, of 5 becoming 1 is the idea to have each one of them allowing to be set upward at a time, coordinating their efforts. But because they are clearly individuals that think only for themselves, that really will create a problem.
All right, well, since well, okay, well, what I'm going to do to save time, and so I'm not talking over the whole movie regarding these guys, I'll wait till one of the characters dies and then say about who played them.
You don't have to wait too long for that.
I'm garbage with names and faces, but I think this is Kazan, someone, Stevenson, and Scott.
1, 2, 3, 4. But Blondie has to go. So
Okay, so
who was Blondie?
Ashley Kazan was played by an actress called Laura Gordon.
Might have seen her. Let me see. Okay, no, I don't recognize. Oh, okay, she was in one episode of Rizzoli and Idol. I might have
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
her
yeah.
there,
Yeah, take the keys with you in case they're.
just to be
No, she's
sure.
testing them. Oh no,
She's
she is
from
taking the test.
Australia.
That makes sense.
Um, taking the other keys.
Dumbass.
Hey, the smartest survive. Mostly. Yeah, she's in a bunch of stuff I never heard of. I don't know if it's Australian stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, after this movie, she pretty much went back to her native Australia. Although apparently she's going to be in the upcoming live-action Voltron movie.
Huh.
Mark Hoffman.
Wow, and you don't have a password? No criminal records found.
Oh no, he's just looking to see if he had a criminal record, or if he banged up any criminals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this because this was still 2008, so the FBI still had literal paper files with an entire
Paper
archive of
trails, yeah.
that. Ooh, that's not pretty.
Yeah, Seth. Yeah, that guy who was.
At the
Oh, Seth
beginning,
Baxter from the start, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
the
doesn't look like
initial
much of
threat.
an accident.
but he was But she was Hoffman's sister.
Yeah. Well, explains that one.
Casually enjoying the fresh air. I think this Count David Tooley here is played by is actually Mark Ralston, I think. In case he was in
Wait, what?
Little Weapon 2, Aliens, and Robocop 2, starring in a lot of sequels.
What chapter? Sorry.
Mark Ralston. He was also in The Shawshank Redemption, Rush Hour. He's in for this and Saw 6, so my mistake, he wasn't in for. He's also being in a lot of TV stuff to this day. Oh, I was in the Ashoka series. As Captain Hale. Okay.
He was in a couple of Star Trek Enterprise episodes.
Oh, he also voiced Deathstroke in Batman Arkham Origins. Sure, that makes sense. And Norman Osborn in the more recent Insomniac Spider-Man movies. Sorry, games. My bad. But yeah, it was Hoffman who did the initial trap, obviously, as revenge for his sister. While
That's
masking,
why the
while masking it as a jigsaw murder.
and that's why the guy couldn't win.
Yep.
Because Hoffman
It
was
wasn't an
consumed
actual
by
trial, it
revenge.
was just revenge.
How did
Yeah.
you find my trap? How did you find the trap? How do you know him? I put his body there. What? What?
Bit of a slip of a tongue.
What is it, Miami PI, where it starts off with a cold open and it's that yeah in the background?
CSI Miami, yeah.
CSI Miami, right? The very that looks like justice was served was a very CSI Miami-esque
Yeah, the
response.
Here we
one-liner.
are, back to the Saw 5.
Well, at this point there are 4. Okay, Dwayne, so you're the expert in British soap. So does this, outside of the death trappings, does the banter between these resemble something like, say, Coronation Street?
Well, I mean, there's a little swearing. So far, all I know is that out of all of them, that Wimpy guy is the one I like the least.
I probably should have asked you to place your bets on who was gonna survive, but whatever, we're a bit late for that. Oh, great.
Guy, don't act smug.
Yeah, I kinda had the whole vibe of pretentious, journalist wanting to find the truth and the big scoop. If anything, it kind of looks a bit
Damn.
like Michael from Vsauce. Oh, all right. Let's see.
All right, you only got a
Seconds.
minute.
Who's our next target?
Lives, have you been writing the timers again?
I give him a bit more than a minute.
No, Dweebs, you will give it at least like 90 seconds and then skip at least 40 of them. Jesus.
Also, it just went through saying, "Do not trust your natural instincts." You bellend.
Yeah, it's pretty clear, much like with the other Saw movies, it's pretty clear that, the
Are we
people
all
involved in the death traps do not learn a thing.
Go.
There it is. Thank you. Bonk.
You get what you deserved. Unfortunately, none of you learned your lesson the first time.
So yeah, looks like the designated victim is Michael from Vsauce.
So yeah, Charles Salaman is dead.
Who was he played
Um,
by?
Carlo Rota. He was born he's born in Britain but resides in Canada.
Okay, let me check. Oh, he was in the Boondock Saints. Other than that, in this movie, I don't recognize anything from his career, but he's still doing stuff.
That's good.
Another envelope. I know who you are. Woo!
Oh, he was in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Oh, okay.
And interestingly enough, the guy's wife, Nazine Contractor, she would go on to be in Spiral.
Hmm. Of course. It's a good thing this place has 2 elevators instead of 1. Unlike Spider-Man, however, Hoffman has actually
Trigger
not missed the
discipline.
part where it's his problem.
Trigger discipline, you jackass! I get that you're a wild maniac murderer, but like,
Poor dog.
Pee-wee.
And he's like, but don't cry like you're begging for your life.
Is this a
Also,
comedy
yeah,
now?
apparently these guys walking out the lift are apparently some of the film's writers.
But wait a
Hi,
minute,
John.
that's Tobin
Hi,
Bell.
John.
That means that, we're back in behind with the timeline. So once again, the great one of the greatest strengths or weakness, depending on your point of view, the jumping around in the timeline of the franchise. And shit.
Oh, come on, man! You're twice my age and you can do that.
What's with the one-liners in this movie?
Okay,
Oh, I know.
seriously,
They even give
Kramer's
him
twice.
pause just to do what needs to be done.
Kramer's twice this guy's age. How did he manage that?
Well, let's find out.
Hi. Yeah, Jigsaw is the kind of guy that doesn't like to be ripped off.
Yeah.
Come on, man! I'm your biggest fan.
Don't.
Yeah, it's a put a better view. Uh-huh. Sure,
Sure.
sure, Kramer. Whatever makes you sleep well at night. It's literally
Yeah,
a call contest.
yeah. My blades were better. They actually, penetrated further.
Maybe if your jail cells were better. That whole 2/3 of criminals that go in is really stupid when you try and tackle the criminals rather than the rehabilitation.
If there's something that I learned over the years, that Jay, is that putting statistics in regards to law enforcement and everything is just bullshit to begin with.
Wait,
Also,
killing is
killing is
distaste.
distasteful to
Yeah,
me.
again, whatever you say, Kramer.
Killing is distasteful unless you do it efficiently.
It's just he's basically just doing super mental gymnastics to justify what he's doing. And it's empty.
Blank.
Shit, I forgot to put the bullets in.
Now this is awkward.
What?
Sure. Then tell me what happened to, Dr. Gordon. We still haven't seen what happened to him. I know that KL
Is
is
he?
expensive, but my god, tell something about him.
Why would you introduce yourself now? Wouldn't he have already known?
I guess we're operating on presentation equals character catchphrase. How kind of you. So yeah, that's basically how Hoffman became another one of Jigsaw's accomplices. How did he gel well with Amanda is anyone's guess, but you know.
Didn't you just peg him for killing?
Oh, there was only one blank. So
You're gonna go for self-defense if you actually did?
to be fair, as Bliss said, Tobin Bell doesn't look exactly the guy that can physically wrestle with Constance Mandylor in terms of size and everything, so we wouldn't believe him.
Hmm.
Hey, Lawrence Gordon was there in the list.
Yeah, and just to elaborate a bit more, it's not even like he can overcome the size difference with agility or anything like that.
This is not Dark Souls, basically.
Okay, there is that's the one thing I'll say. I mean, just because someone's twice your size doesn't automatically mean that you can beat him in a fight, but you know, considering John's riddled with cancer and all sorts.
Even the second movie, if I were to establish that is not, physically apt to begin with.
What's that chief honcho detective called?
Erickson, like I said, he's the guy. He's the guy played by Mark Ralston. Okay, with that mustache, he really looks to me like Discount David Touris.
Me. What? Nothing.
Yeah, more slip of a tongue. Oh, someone emptied the files. All right, back to the not Coronation Street.
Coronation Street ending is wild.
Everyone gets killed in gruesome traps.
The owner of the Rover's return went ballistic.
All right, girls, where's the crackhead?
Yeah, let's carry on.
Please.
Oh, is that meant to be a trap?
Yeah,
If
it's
I
the
recall correctly, it's the location where they found the one from the second movie, the one of the guys from the second movie. Yeah,
yeah. I think they were supposed to crawl through the
the barbed
razor blade trap.
wire. Yeah,
That or they fall in, and that's how they killed them.
Yeah, because this is after Saw 2, they have the file for what happened there.
Yeah, the
They
way that
did not
he's
dismantle the place, though. Why? This is me after I saw Joker Folie à Deux.
Jeez.
It was
He
really that
moved.
painful. Big mask.
I hate people who drink bourbon. I wasn't drinking bourbon. Even worse.
And for once, the people in the pig mask are not as competent as they normally would be.
Yeah, they're actually having to try and fight.
the two of them, I swear to God.
Probably should have had Amanda instead.
Yeah, I think Amanda's still alive
Okay,
at
to
this
be
point.
fair, this was the opening trap of, well, not the opening trap, but one trap of Saw 2, so Amanda was probably locked in the other house at this point.
Yeah, she wouldn't become rehabilitated until she got out of that.
Well, no, she was already all along. Is that her first trap was the one that quote unquote awakened her. That was at the time of Saw 1. There you go, now we get to see how it happened.
How do you even get out of that?
It didn't.
Well, obviously he didn't, but like, how are you supposed to?
That is a good question. Probably the idea is that to not panic and trying to slip away from one at a time. But unfortunately, the pain caused by barbed wire causes exactly that, panic.
Yeah, no, talking to a military man, I've been trained.
In hindsight, that was probably not one of my well thought out traps.
No, Jigsaw, it was not.
But remember, Jigsaw doesn't kill because it's distasteful to him.
To him.
No, they killed themselves because they weren't ready.
They did not appreciate his life enough, Blips. That's one of his catchphrases.
You watch, you fetishist?
That's the one from the second movie, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Detective Tab was he was
Which,
also the protagonist for the games.
no, no, actually, okay, no. That was like Eva. Okay, no, I think it was, yes, Eva, but then for the sequel, they had like his son.
Yeah,
Because
because
in the movie, he just disappears. So yeah, the presence of Hoffman explains how the Jigsaw knew all about the police department and how he could outsmart them. Which honestly, it's a better idea on him instead of just him being super SMRT. When
believe
Hoffman,
it's
having his size, managed to actually, properly place everyone in the second house, including Amanda.
yep, Saw 2. And again, trigger discipline.
There you go, the door from the second movie.
Sure she will.
I recall her mostly bitching all the time, but whatever you say, Kramer.
I am not a killer because when I set up the traps, I was the one who never put the bullet. Leaves nothing to chance, he says. What if Hoffman put the bullet in the wrong chamber?
Oops.
Ah. And there's the production of Saw 2.
Alright, back to Lives quickly. Give me another British soap.
Emmerdale.
There, let's go with that.
Emmerdale's not set in a city; it's set in a village. So,
Actually,
damn,
if anything,
the ITV soap universe is
if
crazy.
anything, this could be an actual extra episode of Midsummer Murders, considering the shit that goes on there.
Oh no! Wait a minute! I got it. A series that was pretty infamous to getting more and more ridiculous as it went
You
on.
shake your head
Before
in disgust.
before people lost interest in it for a while. This is Brookside. It's another British soap, although
Figured.
it was a soap that got cancelled because it went too over the top.
I think you're the next target. Nice.
Alright, this was the mid to late 2000s, back when, talking about Mother Teresa was still topical. So, what is with the bathtub? Let's see what happens.
Take a bath.
Simple enough. Oh.
So what? Is someone going to be in the middle?
What a slow way to kill these people. Especially after the explosion, the nail gun explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clear someone has to get into the tub. Hilarious.
Oh,
Well,
all right. Next,
yeah, the poor chick
Not
here.
it's amazing that
Luba
one of you have learned your lesson.
Luba Gibbs. She's played by Megan Good.
I think I've heard of her already. Let me see.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, anyway, she's not going to feel
oh,
anything.
she was the same year of this. The same year of this, she was in the Love Guru. Okay, she
And
was later in the Anchorman 2, which is step up. Oh, that's right. She was one of the soldiers in the Monster Hunter movie. That's where we saw her, Jay.
Now she's married to Jonathan Majors.
Also, she was one of the powered up forms in the Shazam movies for one of the kids. Yeah, she's still doing movie and TV stuff.
Well, she's dead, so she won't feel anything. Hey, there's 10.5 minutes left.
Hmm. Oh. So yeah, weirdly enough, all signs for the FBI seems to point at instead Agent Strohm instead of Hoffman. Now tracing back to the bed where Jigsaw died.
Oh, nice and clean. And convoluted.
Pretty much.
Will it though?
Just roll with it. So yeah, while the climax of Saw 3 was happening, again, Hoffman just was having a casual conversation with Jigsaw.
And of course, by the time these two arrived, he was already gone.
Mm-hmm. It's a neat way, how it basically tried to make it seamless. So yeah, it turns out that the game that we've been following with EastEnders, the EastEnders cast, turns out to have been still something that Jigsaw planned. Yeah, do you realize that? Like, it was pretty clear at the end of the
This,
previous movie.
he wasn't.
This puts, Detective Strauss with rage.
He doesn't look very angry. Thank you for letting us see the phone, Detective.
And we're sure to know that it's a Motorola phone because 2008.
Yeah, they could still track it even if it's been switched off.
Wait a minute, no signal found.
So now he's gonna leave it here so that it shows all the cases.
Basically, if there's one thing that can be said about the movie is that it plays it a bit too safe in explaining things instead of actually keeping everything for a final twist or something. But it's still relatively acceptable. Oh, the final trap for the not Coronation Street people.
Crossroads.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Crossroads ending was shit, but this is um,
So yeah, this is a simple trap that involves filling a liquid, beaker with liquid. Or you could just pee in it. Just saying.
Well, a guy's probably got to pee in there because woman doesn't have exact accuracy.
I'm sure you can find a tool that can help you with that in this very room.
but yeah, they can't just use the water.
Why not?
Worth a try.
Don't.
Now, yeah, here's one of the twists. Yeah, why there are 5 holes?
Hey, take a look at those keys for a second.
The keys were interchangeable. That's
Yeah,
already one
all
clue.
one person needs to do is grab a key and then unlock the others.
Again, when Jigsaw said all will become one, he meant it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if all five just used a bit of their blood,
It
yeah, probably
probably
would have
would have
saved
meant.
them all.
Yeah, theoretically, every single trap could have been solved with all of them. Okay, that I don't know if it would have worked. Yeah, and if you pay attention, the safe zones in the second room, they were big enough to hold more than one people. But because they were selfish bastards, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, whoops.
Big
whoops.
fucking whoops.
No, they didn't.
Roughly. Like,
Oh,
maybe. Yeah, big emphasis on
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, but but the blood's still gonna come out of you. It doesn't just stop.
Obviously.
All right, since I got a bit more time because
Go
you know
on.
we've only got two left, I'll mention the other actors.
Yeah, yeah, go on.
Britt Stevenson, the one in the suit,
Mm-hmm.
she's played by Julie Benz. She was
Benz.
known for being in Dexter, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel.
Oh, she was in the fourth Rambo movie as well. Also, Shriek, if you know what they did last Friday the 13th. I saw that, unfortunately. So yeah, this is this guy's guilt. His drug addiction actually got a bunch of people killed.
I mean, nothing happened. 8 people died. She was also in Everybody's Golf for the PS2.
Oh,
It was released in
Hotshot Heroes?
2004. Yeah, it's called Everybody's Golf round here.
In
Um,
America, Jay is Hot Shots Golf 4A, I think.
Yeah.
Also in Halo 2.
The most recent version would finally keep the same name, Everybody's Golf.
So yeah, turns out that all of the five people, were connected. All in Doctor Who were connected. What a coinky-dink. All circling around to that murder of 8 people. Which is, more in line with Jigsaw's weird gymnastical way of thinking. So what about our drag addict Waves? Who is he played by?
It's played by, well, the character's name is Malik Scott.
Greg Brick Birk?
Greg
Brick.
Brick.
Okay.
He's a Canadian actor.
Oh, it was
He's
a
been in
random soldier in
Regenesis.
the same year. It was in a random soldier in the Incredible Hulk. So there is that.
Um, he was in the lead. He was the lead antagonist, Joseph Seed, in Far Cry 5.
Oh, the priest. They look very different there. They did use him as mocap actor. So
Yeah, he also reprised the role in Far Cry New Dawn and Far Cry 6.
yeah, the
He
six
was
has the
also
DLC where you actually deal with the antagonist from Free Onward.
was
Um,
also in stuff like Regenesis, 13 the series, Bitten, and Frontier. His most recent TV role was in Reacher, where he played a guy named Darian Prado.
here we go.
Yeah, one.
Hey, aren't these corridors familiar? What do we get? Hey, the coffin. That was foreshadowed in the previous movie, but we never got to see in action, and now we're about to. Those faces.
Yeah, I mean, some of the acting in this series is a bit.
Remember, the director. This was the director's debut for the role, so let me check. What are 10 pints of blood in a decent measurement system? 4 liters and 7317647 3.
I've got
Yeah,
5.6 liters on
4.7
Google.
liters.
wow, the first Google
Or
result.
960 imperial teaspoons.
The first Google result leads me to this very trap. Alright, let's check out the tape.
My God, man, that's a terrible Jigsaw impression.
Because, it's full of glass. Ding ding ding! We did it! Go team!
But we've lost half our blood each.
Yeah, just a bit of a way to disarm the tension.
Ah,
Hmm. He's behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, he's letting him.
he is shit at his job, though.
Got locked.
So, wait, how does this work? If you kill the apprentice, do you become the apprentice?
I think that was the thought process, potentially. That's what they were trying to do. Hey, look! That's the end of the game of the 5 people. So yeah, surprisingly enough, these two will actually survive the game. But uh-oh.
Yeah, I knew you would do that. And also, you were kind of stupid enough to not leave after you trapped me in here.
Dossiers regarding the Coronation Street 5. And of course, the cell phone that we saw earlier.
Oh my god, it was Strohm all along.
For the love of fuck, check it for fingerprints.
And also
What's a
had
picture
files
of
on
me doing
him.
here? Wait a minute.
Should have listened till the end of the tape. And yeah,
He just tilts his head.
because Hoffman, knows how not to panic. The box will do basically nothing to him. So yeah, here's I guess the twist, because maybe the movie might have led you to the idea that Strohm will actually solve the case, incriminate Hoffman and solve the cases, but no, Hoffman wins. Like I said, I kind of wish they had not been too on the nose with him planting the evidence, or postponed the scenes for after this moment to give more of a surprise. But otherwise, yeah, Strom is about to die.
Yep.
So I guess whoever made this movie thought, you know what? I always wanted to know what would have happened in Star Wars Episode 4 if R2-D2 never stopped the presses.
Yeah, apparently that was actually the director's intention. What if someone didn't survive this kind of trap in movies? Because everyone does all the time.
Yeah, the fact that they're using the series theme also means it's a game over.
So how does he survive being? Oh, there you
Yeah, it just conveniently puts itself inside the ground. And if I recall correctly, it is true what Jigsaw said. They never really discover Strom's body.
go.
Respect for
Hoffman's
him
like,
for
how
doing his
cute.
damnedest to get out.
Man, game over. And yeah, that's how it ends.
Yep.
Not even
With a
kidding.
big squish.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently, David Hackle, the director, he actually credits the idea for the closing walls from his 9-year-old son.
Okay.
Around the time of Saw 3's production, the son presented to his dad a picture of a drawing of the trap,
Huh.
Uh,
Interesting.
and so he actually wanted the walls are closing in scene where the character doesn't escape, because that happening in film was rare, if not flat out non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
The two female members of the Fatal Five, as it's called here,
Yeah.
um, they were going to have their shirts ripped off by the opening trap, but then the
why?
crew saw that the actresses were taking the role seriously, and decided, you know, subjecting them to fan service like that is kind of gross. So let's not.
Well, for 2008, it's some surprising hindsight. Well, we'll have to see how it continues from here. But for the time being, Dweebs, your final thoughts.
It was solid enough, I guess. I mean, it's not the best film in the series because the main issue is not a lot of the characters are particularly um, well fleshed out or likable, but the traps are somewhat pretty creative, at least. Some of the performances are a bit ropey.
Who would you prefer to survive from, the Fearsome Five?
The woman who was the smartest one out of all.
Well, she did survive at the end, so,
Yeah,
you got that
she's
wish.
lost. She's lost a lot of blood, but
She will be
still.
fine.
Yeah, this is one of those they trail off and die. No, she actually does make it. So does the other one.
The only reason why they killed off the guy from Free is because he was really that unlikable. So even at the end, after finishing his game, they were like, yeah, let's deal with him.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, Jay.
I may have mentioned to you before the actual recording, but like I said before, 7 years ago I went through the entirety of the Saw series one by one. It's not hold up. It wasn't good then. It's still not really good now. A lot of it is, aside from just requiring you to know the knowledge of the other Saw movies, and even if you do, you may not remember a lot of the characters. A lot of it's just ridiculously like. I guess the best way to put it is, as an audience member, you kind of see it unfurl a little too quickly. You can see what the whole of the twist was supposed to be. You expect a lot of the characters to not be able to work together, and just at the end of it, you fall. I felt unsatisfied. It's the beginning of the downturn that the Saw franchise would take, and after seeing it again 7 years later, that my opinion still stays the same.
Alright, I guess I'll conclude them. Yeah, honestly, like I said, this is still my favorite of the movies post 3. When it comes to this franchise, it's still a lot of stupid, but there is some particular charm in seeing how the plot lines will actually unfold and how much more they will one up from the previous movies. So see the kind of commitment going around this time is actually not that bad. And again, this was 2008, so unfortunately, a lot of the horror at the time was not holding up as much, so this was still the franchise that was kind of ruling at the time. Like I said, Paranormal Activity I think was just around the corner, so it would have started to possibly hinder the movies with the next one, because if I recall correctly, Saw 6 is the one that grossed possibly the least out of the entire franchise, but I'll need to check again. We'll get to that. But again, I like the trappings. I like the continuation from the previous movies, and I kind of like the fact that Hoffman wins at the end. Not gonna lie, not just the fact that Agent Strohm is kind of a jerk in his own right, but it's one of those situations where you're kind of ending up rooting for the bad guy, just for how interesting and entertaining things are becoming. And it's one of those few occasions that the movie actually gives you that kind of wish fulfillment and let the bad guy lives and continue. We will see how that unfolds taking in the next movie, but otherwise, no. I really still enjoy this for how the quality that it has to be. But that's kind of it. So, tune in for next time, whenever it will be, where we see what shenanigans Hoffman will do alongside with the FBI in Saw 6. See ya.